So obviously, with this particular fight that's actually fallen through, with Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, they were actually going to fight, and obviously that fight fell through because of Deontay Wilder's arbitration case against Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury has to fight Deontay Wilder a third time, even though, in my opinion, he's beaten him twice. Because of the arbitration case ruling, there could be a chance that the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight doesn't happen. Now, the reason why I say that is I think Tyson Fury will easily get past Deontay Wilder. In the first fight, he outboxed him. Apart from the 2 knockdowns, which made the fight a draw, it was an easy boxing lesson. And this was a drug-addicted, obese, fat Tyson Fury that beat him. In the second fight, he just knocked him out and stopped him. There's already 2 ways that Tyson Fury can beat Deontay Wilder, and he's already proven it. So I think in the third fight, unless he gets careless and he gets caught with something silly and gets knocked out, I think there's an 80% chance that he beats Deontay Wilder, because he's already beaten him twice before, in my opinion. The thing I'm concerned about is that Anthony Joshua is going to have to fight Usyk as a mandatory for his WBO title. Now, Usyk, I think, will be a very tricky fight for Anthony Joshua because of the style. I think Anthony Joshua struggles with people that are slick movers. If you look at his Olympic final fight, he struggled with a mover there. So he's a fighter that does struggle with movement, and I think Usyk, with his stamina, his slick skills, his ability to evade and avoid shots, I think he's going to be a very tricky customer for Anthony Joshua. Now, for me, I think it's a shame. Obviously, we're going to see the undisputed fight, but I would have loved to have seen the undisputed fight with both the fighters being British heavyweight champions, with both of them being Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. That would have been epic for the ages. The closest we've come to that in the past is probably Lennox Lewis and Frank Bruno. Obviously, at the time, Frank Bruno was not a champion. He went on to become a champion later on in his 3rd or 4th attempt of trying to win the title, but he wasn't a champion at the time. I believe Lennox Lewis was a champion. That's probably the closest that we've come to having a fight like that. Obviously, both of them did become champions in their career, but at that time, Frank Bruno was not a champion, and I think Lennox Lewis was. Now, this is a rare case where we've got 2 British fighters that are considered the best in the sport. Tyson Fury, obviously, he beat Klitschko and he beat Deontay Wilder. And Anthony Joshua, who's beaten a plethora of good fighters like Povetkin, and undefeated Joseph Parker. Obviously, he won the title against Klitschko, defended the IBF title against Klitschko. He won the title against Charles Martin, obviously knocking out Dominic Breazeale and stopping him. Obviously beating Andy Ruiz in a rematch. Both of them fighting each other. Both of them are heavyweight champions. It's something that we're not likely to ever see again. A fight of that magnitude should be fought at Wembley Stadium. Obviously, because of Corona and everything that's going on, that's been put on hold, and they're gonna do the fight in Saudi Arabia. But now, because of the arbitration case, the fight has fallen through again. So my opinion is this: the undisputed fight will happen, but whether it's Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua that actually fight, that remains to be seen. Obviously, if Usyk was to beat Anthony Joshua and get all of his belts, and Tyson Fury was to fight Usyk, that's a compelling matchup on its own, and it's a very interesting matchup, and both fighters could win that fight. I mean, if you look at Tyson Fury, he struggles against movers. If you see what Steve Cunningham did against him, he'll probably struggle with the likes of Usyk because of how slippery and slick that he is. He just has a style that I think will give Tyson Fury problems. But even though Usyk deserves the top shot at the title because of everything that he's accomplished and what he's done at heavyweight, and obviously with him being a mandatory, I still want to watch the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight because it's a once in a lifetime type event. I mean, both of them are British, both of them are heavyweight champions. It will literally be the biggest British fight in boxing history. Like, it will literally be huge. 2 heavyweight champions, both of them are compelling personalities, both of them are completely different personalities, both of them have different styles. One of them appeals to more of a working class demographic in Tyson Fury, and another one is appeals more to mainstream, has more of a mainstream British appeal to him in Anthony Joshua. So that's my thoughts on it. I think it's a fight that could easily fall through. If Usyk beats Anthony Joshua, then that fight has lost all of its luster. And let's be real, we've already lost a fight, a potential super fight involving Anthony Joshua. There was a fight with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua that fell through. For some reason, Deontay Wilder turned down 100 million. If we lose the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight because of this arbitration case, then Deontay Wilder has again stopped an undisputed fight from happening. So yeah, that's my thoughts below. It'll be a shame if this fight was not to happen, but it could easily not happen because this is heavyweight boxing, and heavyweight boxing is unstable, and you don't know what's going to happen next. So yeah, tell me your thoughts below. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think AJ is going to definitely beat Usyk, and the undisputed fight between Tyson Fury and AJ will happen, or do you think Usyk will beat AJ, or maybe you think Tyson Fury is going to lose to Deontay Wilder, or Deontay Wilder just lands a shot and just knocks him out and puts him unconscious, and that fight falls through again? I think the undisputed fight is going to happen, but whether Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua actually fight each other, that's another question altogether. So tell me your thoughts below. Tell me what you think was going to happen. Obviously, we can't predict the future. Heavyweight boxing is unpredictable. I mean, who would have thought that Andy Ruiz was going to beat AJ and take the titles off him? Obviously, AJ got the titles back, but both fighters are very vulnerable at this moment in time because it is heavyweight boxing. So yeah, even Otto Wallin gave Tyson Fury a hell of a fight. So there could be a very good chance that Tyson Fury underestimates Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder just lands a right hand from hell and knocks him out. I mean, it could happen. It's unlikely to happen. There's an 80% chance that Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder because he's done it twice before. But because it is heavyweight boxing, you just don't know what's going to happen next. So yeah, that's my thoughts below. Tell me your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.